Hello. In this video, I will show you how to sell one-on-one coaching and group classes on Wix. This will also work for free challenges and free introductory calls. As an example, we're gonna be using this Girl Boss template that you can purchase at nomadiva.com. So let's take a look. As a first example, we'll take this individual session or one-on-one session, and let's say we want to edit that. So we'll go to Manage Services. Here is a full list of services that I have created for the coaching template that you can purchase at nomadiva.com. And we can start by editing one of the existing services. After that, we'll see how to add a new one. Let's say we have this individual session, because pretty much everybody is using one-on-one sessions nowadays, so we'll just choose this one. This is how your backend is gonna look. You start with a service type, and you choose from 3 different types. So the first one is one-on-one private consultation. The second one is a class. And the third one is a course. The difference between a class and a course is that a course is basically a group of classes. So when your client is booking this service, they're booking the entire thing. Okay, with classes, they can just choose to book one class when they want. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to choose appointment, which is a one-on-one session. And you can name it the way you want. I just call it individual session, but you can also call it one-on-one coaching if you like. So you just edit it the way you like. Then you can choose to add a tagline. This is optional. However, I recommend to use this space to tell your clients a little bit more about your service. Same goes for description. I recommend that you provide as much detail as possible. As you see, there's 2,500 symbols that you can use. So. For location, you can choose to have it online. Or you can choose to add a business location. You can also choose client's place if you go to visit your clients. So I just chose online here. You can, by the way, just type in any address if you are renting a venue for your event. Video conferencing is a very nice feature because, well, obviously you can offer it all over the globe, and your clients will get individual link if you choose this option. So if you want to connect Zoom and send individual links to your clients automatically, this is done here. Basically, just make sure it's on. If you deactivate it, so you have nothing else, then if you activate it, then you have a custom link. I just added a link to my website for now, for the purposes of this demo. However, you can manage this right here, default video conferencing account and provider. And you just click edit. And then you connect a Zoom account. Let's go to booking services, individual session, and continue. Then we set the duration. I would suggest 1 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes, depends on your service that you provide to your clients. And then a buffer time is a very nice option. When you have a lot of appointments, you probably don't want them back to back. So this is a good opportunity for you to set some time between the sessions so that you can recover and prepare for the next client. There are different pricing options. So as you see, you can also run free events. In that case, you just put no fee here. And you select how much you want to charge for your course. You can just type it in, for example, €100 instead. By the way, the currency is set in your settings, in your website settings. This is really a 1 minute thing. So if you want to charge in dollars or Australian dollars instead of euro, this is very easy to update. There is a video on that in my library. You can also offer membership and packages. And there's an image which I have already added. And well, any additional settings which might be useful for you because you can choose to whether accept automatically all the bookings or to manually approve every booking. That really depends on how many bookings you get and depends on whether you can review the client profile prior to setting the appointment. This largely depends on the service you provide. There is also an option for multiple clients to request the same time slot. Since this is an individual session, I'm not going to activate this option, but just for you to know, this is there in case you want to invite more than one client, you can do that. And then there is a default booking form that I have created for you. This is already activated. So you just choose this one. As you see, all your individual session settings are already done for you. All you need to do is add your content here, description of your service, and well, set your own price and timing. So you could really update this service description in like 10 minutes. I'm just going to click cancel, not to save any changes. If you want to save the changes, you obviously click save. Now let's see how courses work for the group classes, right? So we click here. In the service type, we chose a course, which means that a client books the entire course and not just one class. Just like in the previous example, you can edit your name, your tagline, and your description. You can choose the location. If it's online, then you put on online, then you can also choose a specific location if you're renting a venue for your course. Or if you do it at home, for example. Here is the course link. that you can add it. So you can either change to a custom link. For example, if your course is on another course platform and you're using a learning management system, you can just add the link here. The amount of participants, which is entirely up to you, I would suggest 50, which means once your subscriptions reach 50 people, no more bookings will be accepted. So it's up to you whether you want to limit the amount of people that you want to work with, or maybe you want to keep it open for everybody. This is entirely your choice as a course owner. You set the price. There is also an option to add a negotiable price. This could be good for a beginner, or this could be a very good option if your services are very custom services. And then you need to talk to your client to understand their specific needs. However, it's always good to have a price on the website, so you add this here. You can also choose how you want to accept the payment. You can accept it online or in person, or both, or partially online and partially in person, which is very convenient. You can be flexible with your payment options. You add the schedule here. So review schedule. I just added 18 sessions for the sake of an example. This is for review, so we don't change anything here. If you want to add or delete sections, we go here. Save and continue. As you see, I only have one staff member for now, which is because this template is built for a solopreneur, okay? One coach who is selling their services. But if you have more coaches helping you, or let's say you have several consultants specializing in different fields, you can still use the same functionality and simply add more staff members to the system. So yeah, you choose the time, the date, the duration. You choose whether it repeats or not, which is very convenient because then you don't have to create every session individually. You can just say it repeats weekly on Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, and then as you see, there is a short summary for you. It takes place every week on Tuesday, Thursday, from 2:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. And then starting on in October 25 and then ending on January 25. Okay, and as you see, I just created the schedule in like 1 minute. I'm gonna click cancel now, as so now to say my original schedule that is already built for this template. If you want to save the changes, you click save, or you can choose save and add new. You can also add images, which is always a good idea to make your course more appealing to the clients. In additional settings, you will find a few more options. Accept online bookings or display service without the option to book. As number one, so I would say let's have it on. Basically, if you turn it off, you will not be able to accept online bookings at all. So this one should be on. Booking after a start date is entirely up to you. This means if your course has already started, your client can still join. So if you think that's okay for them to join after the start date, then go ahead and turn it on. I'm keeping it off for now because I like my clients to have the same journey with everybody else so that everyone in the course is on the same page. And then you can actually choose how many participants can book together. So I would say one at a time, but then you can choose again. And there is a default booking form, which I have created for this template. So I would suggest stick to that, but you can always create one of your own. So you can click save once you have changed the course. You can see a little summary here, the visibility settings, and there is more options for promotion. So for now, I will just click cancel since I don't want any changes to my original settings. And let's see how we create a completely new service. Okay, so this is going to be the exact same functionality, but we're going to do it together. So you create a new service, and immediately we need to choose whether it's one-on-one or multiple. Let's say we want to do multiple. Then we need to choose whether class or course. As I said before, participants can choose to book just one class whenever it suits their schedule. When they book a course, they book a group of classes and they cannot choose individual classes. Since we have already seen a course, let's look at how we create a class. So this service type is already preset. Group class. Okay, you just type it in, it's very easy. And then you enter a brief description, like example, introduction, that's a good one. Okay, to online marketing. Maybe a gentle is not such a good word for marketing. An introduction to online marketing. Then do add a detailed description here. It's optional, but I would really recommend to add one because this is going to massively impact your sales. Location. If you're given an online class, so we click save and continue. Okay, then. We're gonna have to do all the necessary information first, and then we have to come back to location, right? So we added video conferencing, maximum number of participants, let's say it's 30. Price type, we want it paid, for example, 30 euro. And we want to accept the payments online or in person, up to you. Just by way of a reminder, if you upgrade your plan, you can also offer membership and packages. And now we save. Yeah, it does prompt us to upgrade, which we should do in order to use this service. Um, the free Wix plan, which this template is created on, obviously does not include this functionality. However, Wix is extremely affordable, and with all the functionality that it offers, I would strongly recommend upgrading and using all the functionality that they offer. So we want to edit the location now. Let's say online. We have the video conferencing enabled. Just remember to edit your link here. Now we need to add sessions. Let's say we want the sessions repeated starting from 22nd November, every Wednesday, for 1 hour and 30 minutes. You can also set an end date if you want, if this is only relevant for a limited amount of time. You can also add more sessions if you like. So once you're happy with it, as I said, you can also add new staff members, so you can have more than one person working for you, and they would be working within the same system. So it's very good for team management. So we click Save here. And we also want to change the image. The cover image is going to be horizontal. So we need to add both. Let's say we go to Media from Wix. And Wix has an amazing media library. I would strongly recommend using that instead of downloading photos and then uploading them to the system, because it's just quicker. Oh, this one doesn't look very nice. Let's see if we can change it. Edit image. And then remove, add cover image. And we go back to media from Wix. Let's say we want this one. Oh, that's much better. And let's say we want something with laptop. The search function is working really well here, so we'll see a bunch of people with laptops. Maybe this one is neutral. And this is how we do it. Now we have updated all the information we need. And we just click Save. As you see, we have just created the group class and set the price for it. So this is how you add any new service. You can also simply edit all the preset services because you have enough. So it really depends on what is easier for you. Do you prefer to work with an empty template and start from scratch? Then adding new service is your option. Or if you prefer to work with a preset service, I have already preset every possible service you need. There is a class which takes place only once, and your student pays for it one by one. There is a course, which means that your students book the entire course at a time. There is an appointment, which is an individual one-on-one session. It can be free and paid. I have created the free introductory call for you. There is a paid course and a free course, which is a free challenge. And we have just created the group class as an example. So this is how you create and sell services on your Wix website. I remind you that you can purchase the template that you have seen at nomadiva.com. And that way you have all your services created. You also have a beautiful homepage, an online store preset for you, a blog and a podcast, and everything else a starter coach would need. Oh, and there is an email automation already preset. So if you are giving away any lead magnets, which I strongly recommend you do, this is really easy to send to your clients using this template, and you don't need to install any additional software. So if you like this template, go to nomadiva.com and grab one for yourself. This is super easy to edit. Have a good day.